Hazard refers to anything that has the potential to cause harm, injury, or damage to people, property, or the environment. It can be natural, such as earthquakes and floods, or man-made, such as chemicals, fire, or exposed electrical wires. Identifying hazards is important so that people can prevent accidents and reduce risk.
Geological hazards are natural events caused by processes occurring within the Earth and on its surface. These hazards are related to the dynamic behavior of the lithosphere, which is the Earth's rigid outer layer made of the crust and the upper mantle. Because the lithosphere is constantly moving, tectonic plates can shift, collide, or slide past each other. These movements can trigger earthquakes and volcanic activity. Geological hazards may also involve the movement of soil, rocks, and such as landslides or ground subsidence. Although these processes are natural parts of Earth systems, they become hazards when they threaten lives, property, and the environment.
Now, let's proceed to hydrometeorological hazard. It is a natural phenomena which caused by extreme weather and climate events involving the interaction between the atmosphere, which is the weather, and the hydrosphere, specifically water.
For geological hazard are natural disasters caused by processes within the Earth's crust or underground movements. For example, earthquake, volcanic eruption, landslide, tsunamis. These hazards happen because of tectonic plate movement, volcanic activity, or changes in the Earth's structure. Hydrometeorological hazard. These are disasters caused by weather, climate, or water-related processes in the atmosphere. Example, typhoons, floods, storm surges, heavy rainfalls. These hazards occur due to extreme weather conditions and water cycle activities in the atmosphere.
First hazard is flood. A flood is when water overflows onto land that is normally dry. It can be caused by heavy rain, overflowing rivers, storm surge, or broken dams.
Causes of flood: heavy or continuous rainfall, typhoons and tropical storms, overwhelming rivers and dams, poor drainage systems, deforestation, fewer trees, and absorbed waters. And now let's discuss the effects of flood. Damage to homes, roads and buildings, loss of crops and livestock, displacement of family, evacuation, spread of waterborne disease.
A volcanic eruption is a natural hazard that occurs when magma, gas, ash, and other materials from inside the Earth escapes through an opening in the Earth's surface. When the pressure builds up beneath the Earth, the volcano will erupt and release the materials into the air and onto the land.
Causes of volcanic eruptions. Volcanic eruptions occur when magma rises and escapes through a volcano. Common in areas where tectonic plates interact, especially subduction zones. According to physics, one plate moving beneath another causes rocks to melt and form magma. Kapag natrap yung gases inside magma, nag-expand and create intense pressure. When pressure becomes too strong, it results in an eruption.
So moving on, I'll be discussing about the effects of volcanic eruption. So first, lava flows burns and buries everything on its path. So yung lava flow po is yung mainit na tulo na bato na lumalabas because of volcanic eruption. Pag dumadali po ito, natatabunan ito ang lahat na nadadaanan katulad ng bahay, lupa at halaman. Second, ashfall damages crops, contaminate water, cause breathing problems, and may collapse roofs. This happens when volcano releases ash into the air and falls back into the ground like a dust. This can damage crops and make the air hard to breathe. For example, people may need to wear face masks, and thick ash can make the roof collapse. These very hot and fast clouds of ash and gas are coming from the volcano because they remove very quickly and are extremely hot. They can burn trees, destroy houses, and seriously harm people nearby. Lahars are mud flows when the volcanic ash mixes with water like from heavy rain or rivers. This thick mud can flow down the volcano and bury houses, roads, and even the entire communities. Volcano also releases gases such as sulfur dioxide. These gases can pollute the air and cause breathing problems like coughing or difficulties of breathing. Overall, volcanic eruption can damage the community, roads, farm, and affect people's health and livelihood.
Warning signs of volcanic eruptions. These are several warning signs that may indicate a possible volcanic eruption. One sign is an increase in volcanic earthquakes, which happen when magma moves beneath the volcano. Another sign is ground swelling or deformation, caused by pressure from rising magma. Scientists also monitor the increased release of volcanic gases, especially sulfur dioxide. Rising temperatures in crater lakes or hot springs, and stronger steam activity or small ash explosions can also signal that a volcano may erupt soon. These signs help experts predict eruptions and warn communities so they can prepare or evacuate if necessary.
Causes of earthquakes. First, the movement of tectonic plates. The Earth's surface is made of large plates that slowly move. When these plates collide, separate, or slide past each other, it can cause earthquakes. Second, the sudden release of energy along fault lines. Fault lines are cracks in the Earth's crust when pressure builds up along these cracks and is suddenly released. It produces seismic waves that cause the ground to shake. Third, volcanic activity. When magma rises beneath the Earth's surface, it creates pressure that can trigger earthquakes near volcanoes. Lastly, human activities such as mining, drilling, and explosions can sometimes disturb the ground and cause small earthquakes. Effects of earthquakes. One major effect is ground shaking, which can damage roads, buildings, and other structures. Another effect is the collapse of buildings and infrastructure, especially if they are not designed to withstand earthquakes. Earthquakes can also trigger landslide where soil and rocks move down slopes. If the earthquake happens under the ocean, it may cause a tsunami, which is a series of large and powerful waves. Finally, earthquakes can lead to injuries and loss of life, especially in areas that are heavily populated. Warning signs of earthquakes. Sometimes there are small tremors before a major earthquake called foreshocks. Another possible sign is unusual animal behavior because some animals can sense vibrations before humans do. There may also be sudden changes in water levels in wells, which can indicate movement underground. Lastly, some people report hearing a rumbling sound from the ground before the shaking starts.
A typhoon is a powerful storm from the ocean that can cause strong winds, heavy rain, and flooding when it hits hard. Ano nga ba ang nagkakos nito or yung sanhe? Ang typhoon po ay nagpo-form sa warm ocean water with humid and unstable air. Warm air rises and creates a low-pressure air that spins and develops into a strong storm.
Ang mga effects po ng typhoon tulad ng strong winds, heavy rain can cause flooding, landslides, storm surge, and damage to homes, craft, and infrastructure. They can also disrupt classes and transportation. Ang warning signs naman po, before a typhoon arrives, the sky becomes dark and cloudy, wind grows stronger, and heavy rain starts. Raw seas and advisories from Pag-asa also signal an approaching storm.
In the Philippines, many places experience different natural disasters because of our geographic location. Our country is often affected by floods, volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, and typhoons. So now, let's just focus on flood-prone areas and then volcanic eruptions, especially in Mayon Volcano. First, let's talk about flood-prone areas. In Metro Manila, especially in low-lying cities like Marikina, Pasig, and Malabon, flooding is very common. Kapag may heavy rain, umaapaw ang mga ilog at mabilis magbaha sa mga kalsada. Also, in Central Luzon, provinces like Bulacan, Pampanga, and Tarlac experiencing flooding. Dahil flat ang terrain at maraming ilog, madaling magkaroon ng widespread flooding kapag malakas ang ulan.
Volcanic eruption is a natural event where magma, ash, gases, and rocks are released from a volcano onto the Earth's surface. One example in the Philippines is Taal volcano, which is one of the most active volcanoes in the country. During an eruption, it can produce ashfall, lava, and volcanic gases that may effectively life.
One of the most famous is Mayon volcano in Albay. It is known for its almost perfect cone shape and is considered one of the most active volcanoes here in the Philippines. Because of its frequent eruptions, the nearby communities are at the risk from hazards such as lava flows, ashfall, pyroclastic flows, and lahars or volcanoes mud flow, especially during the heavy rainfall. For this reason, the government and scientists continuously monitor the volcano and establish a permanent danger zones to help keep the residents safe.
Earthquake-prone areas are the places that have a higher risk of experiencing earthquakes because they are located near fault lines. In the Philippines, one example is the Philippines fault system, which runs across different parts of the country. Another example is the West Valley Fault, which affects cities like Marikina, Quezon City, and Pasig. Because these places are close to fault lines, they are more likely to experience strong earthquakes.
This section presents practical mitigation strategies to reduce the impact of typhoons and disasters. But before that, what's practical mitigation? Practical mitigation strategies means realistic and useful actions that people can do to reduce the damage or impact of disasters, like typhoons, floods, earthquakes, etc. Practical, it means simple, realistic, and easy to apply in real life. Mitigation, actions that reduce risk or damage before a disaster happens. In short, practical mitigation strategies are simple and effective actions used to reduce the damage caused by disasters. Household level. At the household level, families should strengthen their homes, secure outdoor items, and use flood protection like sandbags. Emergency preparedness. Households should prepare a go bag with essentials like food, water, flashlight, first aid kit, and no evacuation routes. Community level. Communities should have early warning systems, disaster drills, and clear evacuation plans for safety.
Climate adaptation planning. Climate adaptation planning focuses on preparing communities for the effects of climate change. This includes integrating climate projections when planning infrastructures so buildings and roads can withstand future climate conditions. It also involves investing in resilient urban drainage system to reduce flood during heavy rains. In addition, governments develop long-term coastal defense strategies to protect coastal areas from sea level rise and storm surges.